So we've seen so far that the width of the line that goes from xy to max x, max y is the absolute value of max x minus x plus 1, and the height of that line is the absolute value of max y minus y plus 1. The smallest rectangle is a 2x2 square using DrawRectXY11. So what's going on there? Well, basically what happens is whenever we have a rectangle, let's say draw rect x, y, so in general x, y, w, h. So these inputs are different. There's still 4 integer inputs like you have for drawLine, but with DrawRect, the first 2 inputs stand for the top left corner, and the second 2 are the width and the height of the rectangle that you're drawing. And what we do is we end up with a rectangle. Well, yeah, that's a little deceptive to say the width and the height are WH. Actually, what we do is the width, the lower, let's say the bottom right corner is x plus w comma y plus h. Okay, so for this specific example where it says DrawRect XY11, what that means is we're drawing a rectangle whose bottom right is x plus 1 comma y plus 1. Okay, so if we look at how we would draw that, let's say here's our let's say our x and our y are 1 and 2. Okay, so 0, 1 and 0, 1, 2, and we're going to draw a rectangle, the smallest rectangle we can draw. Oops, I'm drawing a line. Hold on. Let's make this a rectangle. So then I'm going to, let me write it on here. I'm going to draw from let's say 1 comma 2, and I'm going to use a width of 1 and a height of 1, or a W1 and an H of 1. So what I'm actually doing is I'm drawing a rectangle that starts at 1 comma 2 and ends at 1 plus 1 and 2 plus 1, right? So it's going to end at, or its bottom right corner is going to be at 2 comma 3. Okay, so let's draw that. So we're at, what did I say, 1, 2, and oh, there it is. That's the smallest rectangle I can make. So it immediately plopped it in there. So this, yeah, here's 1, 2, here's 2 through. Okay, so that's the smallest possible rectangle because you're adding on there. Is there anything else on here? Oh, if we want to draw one line, remember again, for drawing a line, this is our starting point, this is our ending point. Okay, so it's different from, it's different, the values have different meaning in draw a line. So if we started xy and ended xy, we've just drawn a dot. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, I think. To fill a rectangle, of size W cross H. We use fill rect, and that actually does fill a rectangle with this width and this height. Draw rect, as we saw, draws a slightly bigger rectangle. So for fill rect, the bottom right when we do draw rect, we saw the bottom right was x plus w, y plus w. When we do fill rect, x, y, w, h, the bottom right point on that rectangle is x plus w minus 1, y plus h minus 1. So basically what that does is it says the w and h values are the actual size. Let's back this up and do a fill rect. Let's see. I'm not sure how to fill rectangles on here, but let's say we're making. Let's fill it in this way. Okay. So now I've done a fill rect, and I'm starting at, let's see, 1, 1, and ending at 7, 5. Okay. So what that means to draw that, I would have written, let's see, G fill rect 1, 1 is my starting point, and then the actual width. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So the actual width is 7, and the actual height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is 5. Okay? So in that case, let's just make sure that our bottom right conforms to what I set up here. So our bottom right should be 1 plus 7 minus 1, comma, 1 plus 5 minus 1. So what does that come out to? That comes out to 7, comma, 5, right? So this point should be 7, comma, 5, and that's what it is. Cool. Okay. So so that's the fill rect, and the draw rect. If we'd used draw rect, we would have had an outline coming out to here. So let me just draw that in a different color. Maybe we can do that. Let's see. That would have come out to there. Okay. And our original fill rect, let me put that back. Our original fill rect was this. Okay, so the draw rect is a little bit bigger than the fill rect.